Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the first roundup video of a challenge run. Today we're asking the question, can you beat Bendy and the Ink Machine without ever running? The rules are simple. They're in the title. Now, why did I do a Bendy runless challenge? Why didn't I do something else? Well, jumpless is removed by Chapter 1. Not using any of the audio logs is removed in Chapter 2. Not dying is required for multiple achievements in the game. And so on and so forth. Runless seemed to be a challenge that would be not only difficult, but possible. And that's why I wanted to try and do it. If you want to see the full gameplay, there's a playlist on my channel page where you can watch me go from the game from start to finish without running. This is simply going to be a roundup video where I describe the simple roadblocks and go from start to finish in a sort of recap style, like the Game Champs challenge run videos. You know the ones. In Chapter 1, there literally is zero threat, but this single pipe here removes any ounce of doing a jumpless challenge. So that's the only interesting thing about it. After getting jump scared by Bendy, you get told to run even though there's no threat. Meaning you can do a leisurely walk through all of the flooding corridors and fall down the hole perfectly fine. Chapter 2 is where we actually get some interesting stuff. There's threats. The searches are perfectly fine and easy to deal with even without running. The Bendy chase in Chapter 2 was the first of the oddly saturated mascot horror chase scene. You know the ones. And this is the first roadblock. I would say if it wasn't actually very easy. You can't get through it without dying, but looky here. There's a checkpoint in the middle of the chase. You walk up to the checkpoint, die, respawn, get some distance before Bendy spawns back in, and you're given just about a second or two to get through the door and shut it before the ink demon can get to you. Then we make it over to Chapter 3. As I said in my gameplay, and I'll say it here, Chapter 3 Runless is literally my basic normal playthrough, besides the intro being a lot slower. I get through the intro before we're given a whole bunch of different busy work by Alice while running, but for this challenge it's very slow because I'm not doing that. While doing the different busy tasks, I don't run, even in a normal playthrough. So this is literally no different. We get the gears, we get the extra thick ink, we get the annoying power cells, we beat up the bunch of cardboard cutouts, we win a fight against the Butcher Gang, and maybe even get the Tommy gun to turn the projectionist into Swiss cheese, which is what I did in my playthrough. Without running, this chapter is basically entirely normal, and I wouldn't be surprised if the run prompt wasn't given to you in Chapter 1, people would be going through the entire game without running because it just works that way. Chapter 4 has a few multiple mini-games that, in my theorizing, would have been really challenging. The Butcher Gang scene where you have to throw a bunch of cans to distract them and then sneak past. I thought walking would have been too slow and they would have lost interest in the can and spotted you. But the three Butcher Gang members actually get really interested in that can enough for you to walk straight past them several times. The Bertram boss fight has a simple safe zone where you can just stay out of the way of the attacks, which makes the boss fight really easy. Other than that, it's just pretty slow. The projectionist's area requires you to have some good timing of flipping the lever to raise the wooden planks to get over to this switch to flip it. You have to get the right time, the right distance. But on my first try, I got that perfect timing and perfect amount of distance. Even going down the long way still helped me. And then we come to the Brute Boris boss fight. This is where we actually get something interesting. Brute Boris comes in 3 phases: a dash attack, a leap attack, and a throw attack. The charge attack is perfectly easy. You can just sidestep it even while walking. He's not that fast. The leap attack, on the other hand, actually hits you, dealing about half your health. But with Bendy's generous health regeneration, you are actually able to regenerate enough health to take the second hit. And by the time the third one comes in, you've regenerated enough health to take that hit, and then the next, and then the next. I think if you just decided to stand there and take every single hit, you would eventually die, and the health regeneration would not be able to catch up. But if you actually are in a hurry to try and end Boris's life, then yeah, the amount of hits that you take is not enough to kill you. When you come to the throw attack, which instantly does kill you, thankfully walking in a straight line on the opposite track of where the carts come from is enough for Boris to miss you. He's very bad at aiming. Finishing off Chapter 4 and going into Chapter 5, my least favourite chapter in the entire game, we actually get a few tedious roadblocks. The fight with all of the searchers and lost ones is, well, it doesn't require any running. It's a fight in a sealed off arena. It's not that you have to get anywhere. The Butcher Gang stealth segment is actually pretty simple if you know the trick where you kill all of the Butcher Gang members by summoning Bendy at the start, then this is actually really easy. If you're like me and actually bad at pulling off that trick and only manage to get Charlie to die, then it's still kind of difficult. It's tedious, it's annoying, but it's not impossible. Then we come to this, the final boss fight. While Beast Bendy is charging through all of the corridors, you simply hug the walls like any other normal person. And then you flip all of the levers and get to the final part of the game. The 4 pipes and Beast Bendy trying to end your life. Well, this would be a roadblock if Beast Bendy didn't whiff his swings like a beginner in Dead by Daylight. Simply looping him around the pipes causes him to charge or swing at the pipes in general, causing them to smash. Moving between the pipes is actually not that much of an issue, because as Beast Bendy is chasing after you, he's not in any hurry, he doesn't actually run after you. He misses his swings as long as you keep walking in a straight line, and the moment you hear him yell to charge, you just sidestep out of the way and have a bonk into the pipes. It's surprisingly very easy. After that, the lights go dark, you make it over to the throne room, hop the end reel in, and you finish the game. Only to start it all over again because the game is a time loop, but we're not doing that. We're not dealing with that. So, can you beat Bendy and the Ink Machine without ever running? Yes. But you do have to die in Chapter 2. There is a required death, but other than that, you can get through the entire game without running, and it's actually pretty easy. See, I know this video is actually kind of short for a big challenge run like this, and by the time of this video's ending, the first chapter would have been finished by a normal player. Which is weird. I honestly thought this video was going to be longer. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope to see you again soon in whatever video I decide to make.